Secret invasion has started, everyone, and with the start of this invasion comes the return of Nick Fury, only to be told he is not ready for it. In the show,
But go back to your space station. You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us.
Смотри, сколько хочешь. Все равно не будешь.
You're not ready for this, Fury.
Excellent job at that, by the way. 2,000 dead so far. You not only set the stage for World War III, but you simultaneously flipped all of our allies to Team Russia.
and his show is boring in real life. Tough times, huh? This is the review of episode 1 and 4 of the show. I won't spoil episode 4, but there will be spoilers for episode 1 to 3. Is the show actually as bad and boring as everyone keeps saying? And should you watch it? Well, it has its drag moments, but there's some good in there too. The major problem with this show is that there's a lot of talking and barely any action. But a high profile show like this can still be great even with the lack of action if the storytelling is brilliant. And I set a fantastic example of it last year. But in this show, they are talking about this nearing war, World War III, Skrulls war, and it all sounds exciting. Yet, it just sounds exciting, but it doesn't feel exciting. Cause when they start talking and walking throughout the episode, your excitement simmers down. Episode 1 was alright, it was decent start I guess, but some of it was pretty dragged. And I think they tried to fit too much in just one episode, and it could have been executed better. They killed off Maria Hill, so that was shocking to see her die in the first episode. But I guess they were trying to show that they are tough. Look at us guys, we are not messing around. We will kill off your favorite characters. We are not like other MCU shows. Which is funny because in the later episode they kill off someone only to revive them next episode. Also, you know how there's a meme that in horror movies black character dies first? I think in MCU woman dies first. Episode 2 was pretty good. It's the best one so far, though episode 2 and 3 mostly deals with the outcomes of episode 1. But this one had some good scenes and did a good job of engaging viewers. There's a scene between Nick Fury and Rhodey that I really liked. It was intense and one of the better scenes of the show. Both actors did a great job in that part. Though later you learn something about Rhodey that kinda lessens the impact of the scene, but whatever. Also, the Skrulls are aliens. They're supposed to be advanced, yet they use these dull black and green display computers. Who uses these? Skrulls? More like dulls.
Boom. Roasted.
And who uses these phones anymore? What time are they stuck in? The villain of the show, this graphic guy, is kinda lame and doesn't have much personality, so I'm bored during his scenes. Emilia Clarke's Gaia mostly mobs around. What's the point of her character? I don't understand. Yeah, she helps Telos here and there, but any character could have done that, and they didn't have to give that character the backstory and arc. The show is already overfilled with stuff, and now you have to care about her character. Her acting is good, and don't get me wrong, but I have not connected with her character at all, at least so far. Episode 3 was just okay, nothing special. I think the chemistry between Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn is decent, so that was fun to watch. I loved watching this scene cause who falls off the bike like this?
You serious?
She was speeding, but bike didn't kept moving after she fell down. Neither did she. Both her and the bike just fell down at this one spot and that's it. That's so stupid. Episode 4 was interesting. It was better than episode 1 and episode 3, and it was the shortest one so far. This episode featured some action.
Finally!
And it was pretty good overall. It built up Kingsley Ben-Air's graphic even more, but I'm still not a fan of the character.
Let me catch you looking at her again. Let me catch you looking at her again. Let me catch you looking at her again.
So far this show has felt really anticlimactic, which is a shame cause this storyline could have been a major phase-long storyline of the MCU. It would have been interesting watching other superheroes added to the story and then having to deal with Skrulls, cause Skrulls are shapeshifters. They could have done some internal damage to the group, something they did with Nick Fury in the show. But even as a show, it could have been executed way better. With its serious tone, I was hoping this show could have been for MCU what Ender was for the Star Wars. This show isn't bad by any means, it's just slow and boring at points. I think the director Ali Salim got so excited over getting to make a serious and dark MCU show that he forgot that seriousness doesn't have to be boring and he can still add some entertainment in between. I'm gonna do something fun. Just.
Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Keep waiting. Wait for it.
But Samuel L. Jackson is brilliant as always, and the biggest reason for you to watch the show. And they fleshed out Nick Fury's character very well, so I like that. Olivia Colman and Ben Mendelsohn are great in their parts. So, should you check it out or not? Well, if you can stand a slow burn show and some drag scenes in between, then go for it. But if that's not your cup of tea, then I say avoid this one. That's all I will say for the show. If you liked the video, press the like button and subscribe to the channel. Did you like it? Or do you think the storyline would have been better as a movie or a whole phase long storyline? Share your thoughts, I would like to read them. And that is all for the video. Thank you and goodbye.